Right, nearly got this wee Vitus Summet 2022 model done. So far we've put in brand new outer housings and stuff, brand new hydraulic hose, brand new caliper at the back, brand new front brake lever, brand new front caliper too. So pretty much brand new calipers and a brand new front lever, but the back lever I was able to fix that for him. This here part wasn't working right, but his old brake lever had the same part, so we took it off, put it on, unthreaded that there with a face, and it worked. So fixed that. So what we're going to do now, as I said, we've put in brand new housings and stuff. We're going to put the dropper post lever a wee bit over here closer to the bar, but we'll put the brake and all on first and roughly get that set up. And we're going to put the dropper post on probably first. Once I get that, and then we'll cut that because that's going to be hard enough. Then we'll hook the hose up to the brake and we will bleed both brake systems, and then we'll put the pads and all in after we clean the disc rotors. But the fellas back here, this is, he told me that the oil and all went over the disc rotors, so I want to spray them down with this brake cleaner, nice propyl alcohol, to see if we can, because I don't want squealing brakes. It probably will, if there's already been hydraulic fluid that's went onto the discs, it's pretty much they're fucked. But we'll see what we can do with it. Rebuilt the forks with really good suspension fluid. We used Maxima Plush free weight for the damper, and then for the air side we used Maxima Plush Dynamic Light, and also for the lower legs too. And the damper, it's working like it was bought brand new. And the rear shock, I got that finished last night. A wee simple mistake I done on it the overnight was there was two holes in here that goes down. I put the wrong wee part in, and that was all. That's why the rebound wasn't working, but the rebound is working perfect now. Reinflated the AFP to 250 psi, so it's a lot of pressure you need to do that. Rebled the whole damper and everything, hand bleeding, got all the bubbles out that I could get. But I did let the fella know that not all the seals we could replace because it was the wrong kit. I'm not going to say any names of the bike shop that they got it from to get the seals, because I'm not out there to name and shame anyone. But yeah, it would have been good to get every single seal replaced, but there's nothing we can do. So we'll put all the seals in that we could, put in brand new bushings too on the shock, replaced all the bearings on the rear triangle, the rocker arm and the frame bearings, cleaned the whole cassette, re-greased the front wheel and the back wheel and the free hub, re-greased all that, they didn't need change, cleaned all in all around the motor, torqued the cranks up, tightened the chainring and all, rear derailleur, fixed the clutch in it, it's working like new. And then we'll refill the sealant in once I get everything ready. Put in the wires back into the wee display unit, and then we're going to neaten these outer housings and hoses and all that there, tidy it all up, and then put them all in underneath the frame and tidy all the hoses up and stuff. So I'll probably be here till about 3 or 4 in the morning. I want to try my best to get this done tonight, and then I can take it for a test run maybe tomorrow, because I always like taking a wee bike for a test run just to make sure it's alright. As I said, I fixed this dropper post. It was working at the start, but it wasn't the best, you know. So it's running like new, so I'm gonna just show you here. Put that down with a bit of pressure. So here, get a better grip here. There we go. And then that's working as it should, you know. It'll work better when you get the cable and all attached onto it. So it will. I'm gonna put in brand new SRAM butter and all in it, and re-greased everything. Now there's only a certain amount of cycle air cartridges have, and then once they go you just replace the air cartridge. You don't have to replace the whole new dropper post, just the wee gas cartridge system in it. As I said, that's all his old bearings are, so it is. Every single one of them got replaced on that rear triangle and the rocker arm and the frame. Headset bearings didn't need changed, they just needed re-greased. And then there's all the old seals, and then there's this here shock kit has seals for rubber shocks too. I never use that dynamic seal grease, I never use that on RockShox suspension parts, because over time it turns to like a clay and it can actually wear your seals out quicker. So the best stuff to use is SRAM butter. It's basically friction reducing grease. That's the best stuff to use on your suspension seals that I've came across. Slick oleum and bees honey, that's another good one, but if I was you, I would not use sealer packets that come with the dynamic seal grease. I never use it because I've seen shocks getting wrecked with it, and then when it turns to like clay, it's like a glue and it breaks the parts down, and you know, I don't like it, you know. And as I said, the best of the oils went in that there rear shock and the front fork, and it's unreal, like the wee bike. It's going to be unreal. And then I'll do the final wash down and all once I get everything torqued up. But all these bolts are all torqued, chainring bolts, they're all tightened. I like doing them by my hand. I don't really like putting a torque wrench onto the chainring bolts because they're just so small. It's better going by feel because you could strip them out. They're tightened to 14 Newton meters, they're crank arm bolts. Very important that you do one, you tighten one, go back and forward until it gets a bit of resistance, and then get your torque wrench and do it evenly because they're like pinch bolts. Same as when you're doing you know, headset, you know, your stem and stuff like that. Basically you tighten this part here. There is a preload on it. Basically you tighten it until there's no play in your headset, but I found the perfect Newton meter that works on most bikes is 4 Newton meters max, and that's perfect, and it doesn't bind the bearings or anything, and that's perfect. And you want to make sure that the wee headset spacers aren't spinning or anything. And then once that's properly torqued and you've got it all lined up, then you want to do your bottom pinch bolt. You go down quarter of the way and then go up to the top quarter of the way, and you, whatever the max Newton meter is on it, they're usually about 5 or 6 max. You know, some models are like 8, it just depends. But yeah, gonna get rebuilding this here, and looking forward to getting it out for a wee test run too, just to make sure everything is taken over. But just can't believe how good the forks and the rear shock feels, you know. Yeah. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Anyway, doing my best to get this here ready for my mate, you know. Also, MTB Real Boys, give their wee channel a wee watch and give them a wee subscribe. They're a good set of lads. Also, Cleggy, number one from does mountain biking and all. Another good wee channel, Cleggy's nice fella too. Been talking to him too the odd time. And Tunky's MTB YouTube channel, he's really good for bike maintenance and stuff. There's a new video he released earlier the other day about handlebar whip and all. I haven't even got watching it yet, but I will. Give that wee channel a wee like and subscribe. And there's another YouTube channel who actually shows you how to do the suspension stuff, really good. SubTube, he's really good. He goes into detail about everything. So that's it. I'm gonna get stuck in here and get this here done. he is done. Not good. She is titty bread. Hey on, keep boys. Seen the best days of his life. Go for it. That Alan Key has just seen the last of its days, yeah. I think a new set in. Got up a wee bit. I'm going to put that in for the break. Might actually put that in there in case he needs to adjust that. That might be too close to the handlebar. Never forgot this. Right, so this next part's a bit tricky when you're putting in a new like dropper post, the cable and stuff like that. So we need to put the dropper post in with the cable first, then we put it up, and then we're gonna put it up and measure it into this, make a mark, and then take the dropper post back out, and then we're gonna have to cut it. So we need to make a mark. So without where we want the thing it, we'll use our red marker here. It is quite tricky to do. This here is the way I do it. So we definitely need to mark that. So make sure this is completely tight and stuff. Yeah, we're good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to unhook this wire again, because when we're going to feed this, I don't want that touching that wire. I'm going to put it underneath it because that would annoy me. So we need to unhook this here very gently. Use the R-tape, just do not pull it on the wire, pull it up to the top here. Because if you pull it on the wire, you're going to damage it. So, just get my nail up in there and just being a wee bugger so this. You know what? Pair of pliers. And you just want to crimp it here. You don't want to take this one out, give me more room. So again, you just want to gently wiggle it. You don't want to pull that over a bit of the wire. I'm sure there is special wee tools that you can get to take these apart, but I don't have that. Maybe get them in the future. Here we go. So reason for that is I want this cable underneath this because I don't want it tagging any part of that cable. I don't want it touching that electric cable because it's already damaged up there, as Jerry done a wee famous job of cutting his own wire. So yeah, we'll keep that wire out just till we do this, and we'll keep all these wee parts together. So we'll as I said, this is tricky. Get that ready to go.
It's 2 a.m. and I'm wide awake. World outside,
That's that slammed.
moving one beat at a time. Everything's different inside my mind. It's 2 a.m. and I'm wide awake.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this over here, and that's why I want the electric cable out. So we're gonna do this, and be careful with anything in here. And we want to have lovely clean cable, well, as clean as you can get them, you know. And that is it slammed, but what I might do is give them a wee bit of extra cable just to be sure. Have it, put it out there and tie them up in nice and neat. Don't know where to give him a bit more extra cable in case he needs to adjust this. Like, do you know what? I'll make it a bit longer just in case. It'll not be as neat as I want it, but I'll make it a wee bit longer for him in case he needs to adjust anything. But he shouldn't. But we'll see. I mean, we'll put that in there like that, so we'll mark that. Set that there. The first part here, but it needs to go in there, go So we're gonna give him a wee bit more cable here. You can still make it neat anyway, but we'll put it, I think that's gonna be neat enough. And I'm sure if we need to adjust it again, there's more cable there, so need to cut it roughly about there. Alright, that's good to go. So now what we need to do is retake the bloody hose out, but before we do that, I just want to make that mark super clear. Where did I mark you? I lost it already. There's the marker right there. Yep, that's it there. So just gonna give that a wee, just make that wee line there. Not gonna completely cut through it because I'm gonna pull this the whole way through.
It's all about reality in your mind. What you see is not what you will find. Truth gets lost in what you feel. Sometimes dreams feel like a reality.
So what we've done is we've pulled this right through and then up, and the cable should be roughly about here or there. If not, then it's going to turn into a 3-hour job. But it should be coming out. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So take this all out. And then take the whole inner cable out, because we're going to put lube on it and make it really, really smooth when you press it in. Let that lie there.
We had it all, and we didn't even realise. We had it all, and we didn't even realise.
And then we're going to give this a wee clean after. Leave that there.
We had it all, and we didn't even realise.
Take it right out. Let that just hang over the bike or wherever. And then what we're going to do is pull this through. And then we're going to cut this mark. There we go. See how far it went. See if we can still get it. Yeah, it's fine. Yep, that's him. and we should have a working dropper post, but there will be a bit of cable stretch, so it'll work for a wee minute, and then we'll pull the stretch out of it and then retighten and stuff. So let's just test it, make sure that we are working. Yep. Now, you see it there? Look at all that stretch, you see it? We want that out of this here, so what we're going to do, we're going to compress this about 20 times, well, roughly about 20 times, and I tell you what, that button just feels smooth. Like beforehand it was terrible. So as you can see the amount of the slack. So what we're going to do is we are going to loosen that bolt one more time, just pull it one more time instead of tightening this. We want to pull the cable through first, then we can tighten this to adjust. But we want to just make sure this here is working. That's unreal, it's just working like new. So give another few wee turns here. Right, now going to unhook this again. And then we're going to pull this cable through, and then we're going to use the barrel adjuster if we need to. Right, so watch. And we'll pull this through. So loosen this off a bit more. As we can see, yep, you can feel that cable going through. Make sure that's in there good and tight. And this here also works for gear cables too, but what I usually do sometimes with gear cables is shift the gears into like a hard, like put like tension on the shifter, and then that should do it overnight, leave it overnight, and then pull the stretch out of it the next day. Yep, that's good and tight. Nah, that should have pulled that stretch. Yep, like, let's pull that stretch out of it. Okay, so we don't even need to touch that yet. Right at our, not even one bit of slab, maybe a mil, but we'll leave it like that there. We can touch the barrel adjuster near the end if we need to, like, but I mean, that's amazing. So that wee dropper post, it definitely needed attention because it wasn't working right. I stripped it down, rebuilt it, brand new outer housing, brand new cable, and whenever I first got the dropper down, the cable was thread in here and everything, and look at that, it's just effortless. And then also what you can do is put a wee bit of muck off wet chain loop in here and let that run in there. We tip to keep your cables running free and smooth. I'll do that there. And put this down and let that there. It's just like butter, so it is. And then we're gonna touch the barrel adjuster at the end, but that's working perfect. Also, what we have in here, we crimps, because we're gonna make it, because he's got red, we're gonna try and colour match as best as possible on his bag, and hope he appreciates it. Go. You need to tighten that in, crimp it. through there. Is that way out here, remember? Let's see. Yeah, that's it.
surreal. Future spinning all around.
So what we're going to do, just give it a quick, just a wee another snug up, and roughly put it into its position. Just a wee tight. You don't want to tighten that too much, you can strip them. So we're going to do, we're going to cut the cable and stuff and roughly measure it out for the gears. Same as this here too, we're going to measure this down. So we are here, and then inside here we're going to put all these cables all nice away, hopefully soon. Put that down there, go, and then put that over there. We're going to tidy all these cables up. So we might actually do that soon, you know. Let's see. Right. You take that through out here and make it a bit easier for me. Right, 6 tails. Right, I got there a wee bit more. You cut that off a wee bit. The Vitus ones are a bit shorter than the giant ones, so you need to cut that off a wee bit. That hose, let me see if we can bring it down a wee bit more actually. See. So you need to make sure there's enough room for the battery. That should be good now. That should be grand. Enough room there. Part I hate doing on the e-bikes is always reattaching these. Once you get one, it's alright, but they are a fucking nightmare. There we go. You want to put a wee bit of Loctite on it, a wee bit of blue, because these things can rattle loose over time. Blue Loctite, not red. Red, you'll never get it off. There we go. Come on, go under it. Loosen it out a wee bit more. Turn that out a wee touch. And that one out a wee touch. Man, I hate these wee things, boy. I need to get one more in. Put that there. One. Finally, we got that in. Now we need to get this side in. I'm need to be careful with these wee wires. So push that up and that should fit through. There we go. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to slide this up. And then we're going to tie these cables. Let's get that all snugged up. Going to snug these down quickly and then we're going to tie the cables. And make sure you don't pinch any of these wires, because if you do, it's going to be bad. Put that in like that. Make sure there's enough room for a battery. There we go.
Dark side.
And we'll put one more for the MRV wires there, I think. Keep them nice and secure and tidy and neat, and then we'll tie these a wee minute. Make sure that battery's coming nice and quiet and put it in. That's good. should be at. And then finish snugging these up, and then we'll snug the bottom up. I'll say be careful you don't pinch the electronic wires. It'll end up with problems. And do not over torque them. I'll finally snug them up at the end. Now we need to get these ones. Might have to cut that giant silent dampener here for these wires to fit in, because I don't think it'll fit right. So we'll do that now, I think. So I don't think it'll fit. Gonna just take this out again because we need to cut that rubber foam. Because that big cable's not gonna, that bar will not go for that, so we need to take this out of again. Yep, because that blue Loctite, wonder can I just cut that off? Good to not have to be able to take all this off, like. You know what? There we are. There we go. There we go. Now that bar will go over that. See, that blue Loctite's good. And then because I tried loosening it, I'm just going to put it back the same torque I put it. And then I'll get a final snug with a wee bar. Right. Tie them up too. They're all tight. Right. I put this on. snug as a bug. Yes. Again, my phone. Keep trimming a wee touch now. I think. Yeah. What's in there? So that's like, yeah, we're good.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. What was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, continually willing to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, scream until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always thought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen. When everybody wants to be king, yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean, got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land.
Driller needs adjusted big time. You want to match this line I'm going to show you in a minute. Might bring that down a good bit more. There's a line here and we want to match it up with the tooth here. At the 51 tooth we need to go a few more wee turns. Let's see what we're like now. That's it there, see that line? Don't know if you can see on camera, but right there, there's a line right there. And you need to match it with that. That looks about dead on. another one.